You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed. It is the person who continues in his self-deception and ignorance who is harmed. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood and birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine. And so none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him. We were born to work together like feet, hands and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are unnatural. Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you've been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. If there are gods, but unjust, then you should not want to worship them. If there are no gods, then you will be gone, but will have lived a noble life that will live on in the memories of your loved ones. When another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside and see what sort of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be racked with anxiety that they should hold any particular opinion about you. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Here is a rule to remember in future. When anything tempts you to feel bitter, not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. What we do now echoes in eternity. You are a little soul carrying about a corpse. Cease to hope, and you will cease to fear. For many men, the acquisition of wealth does not end their troubles. It only changes them. He who is brave is free. Ignorance is the cause of fear. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good are the books which you have. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. Life is long if you know how to use it. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Wealth is the slave of a wise man and the master of a fool. While we wait for life, life passes. If you want something good, get it yourself. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. No great thing is created suddenly. No loss should be more regrettable to us than losing our time, for it's irretrievable. No man is free who is not master of himself. Steel your sensibilities so that life shall hurt you as little as possible. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Mistakes mankind keeps making century after century, believing that personal gain is made by crushing others, worrying about things that cannot be changed or corrected, insisting that a thing is impossible because we cannot accomplish it, refusing to set aside trivial preferences, neglecting development and refinement of the mind, attempting to compel others to believe and live as we do. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. For what is the worth of human life, unless it is woven into the life of our ancestors by the records of history? The authority of those who teach is often an obstacle to those who want to learn.